Hello everyone, good morning. I'm Dr. Viswanath Aluru from Oxnard Health. I'm the attending physician in physical medicine and rehabilitation. I wanted to do this series of videos, especially for US Residency Program aspiring applicants, because several of them contacted me recently about giving them guidance in regards to how to proceed with the application process, how to prepare for the interviews. So, because it's a big topic, I want to focus on important things in this video, and there will be subsequent videos in the series. First of all, congratulations to all of you because you really work really hard through all these years, and you've come a long way, and now you're at a crucial step to gain your foot into residency program. But this step is crucial because now you really have to showcase your hard work through all these years in the process of your residency application. Because let me give you a snapshot or an example of how this residency interview season goes. Say for example, a program that you are applying to has a 5 spots for this year, and they're going to receive say 5,000 applications for 5 spots. That means 1,000 applications for each spot. Now each residency program have their own filtration criteria. That's the only way they can get to through all these applications, because they are not even going to look at all these applications. So they set their filters. Based on their filters, say they filtered out all the candidates and they selected 500 candidates from that 5,000 pool of applications. That means for each spot they're selecting 100 applicants. So from that 500 applications, someone is going through all these 500 applications, and then imagine they select 100 applicants for interview. So that means they're calling for interviews 20 candidates for each spot. So it's going to be 100 applicants for 5 spots. Out of these 100 applicants at the interview, so they will have some ranking system, and then they are going to rank or submit rank order list for top 30 candidates. So for 5 spots, imagine they are submitting rank order list for top 30. That means for each spot they are ranking 6 candidates. So that means if you're in top 10 or maybe top 15, so your chances of getting matched into that program are really high. So that is the level of competition for US residency programs. So with that background, today I want to discuss a little bit about USMLE performance and how this coding system works in regards to residency match process. So as you all know, USMLE has step 1, step 2, step 3. When I was taking the exams, there was a 3-digit score and a 2-digit score on each and every step. But now they made changes recently, so step 1 is no longer a 3-digit or 2-digit score. It's a pass or fail system. Now step 2 still has a 3-digit, 2-digit score, but it no longer has a clinical skills. So it's only step 2 CK, there is no step 2 CS. Now step 3 is part 1, part 2 system. So based on your performance on part 1 and part 2, you will still get a 3-digit and a 2-digit score. So coming to step 1, because step 1 is a pass or fail, you really have to work hard to actually get a pass on the first go. Now because it's a pass or fail, most of the programs, they can't really gauge your application, because this pass or fail system, personally, it's actually the applicants are at disadvantage. Because say for example, if you have a 3-digit scoring system, then at least say based on that 3-digit score, they can look at your rest of the application to say how is your performance. But if it's simply a pass or fail, and if you have a fail on the first attempt, they won't even look at your entire application. So that's why the applicants are at a disadvantage from my personal point of view. Anyway, so But at least the step to CK has a 3-digit scoring system, and each and every program has its own set criteria. Some programs say they want at least 220 on a 3-digit score on step to CK. So it's important for you to get a first attempt pass on step 1 and a good score on step 2 to be able to be at a competitive advantage. Now, some candidates might want to consider step 3. Who are those candidates? So, ideally, you don't need a step 3 score to apply for a residency program. There are actually two types of candidates: US graduates and international medical graduates. In international medical graduates, again, there are truly international medical graduates like me who graduated and completed all their clinical rotation from an international medical school. But there are certain international schools where they actually do their basic science and clinical skills, and then they come to the United States and complete their rotations. So there's a different category of the international med. Even though they are considered international students, they are at a slightly greater advantage compared to truly international graduates. So if you're an international graduate and if your performance on step 1 and step 2 is in the moderate range, then you might want to consider having a step 3 score before interview season, or at least before submitting your rank order list by February. But keep in mind, step 3 is a highly clinical exam, part 1 and part 2. So if you haven't started your residency training, you may find it difficult to actually ace this test. So unless you're really confident that you're going to pass this exam, you have to really prepare for this exam before attempting it. Because again, you don't want to have a red flag on step 3 before interview season or before rank order list, because the programs will automatically know once you have completed the exam and once you have a score on the exam. So that's why you have to be careful and prepare really well before attempting the step 3. Otherwise, you're better off submitting your application just step 1 and step 2 score. So have a pass on first attempt on step 1 and try to get a good score on step 2, at least 220. But if you have a second attempt on step 1, then you have to aim for a higher score on step 2, at least 243 digit score to be competitive. And if you're an international medical graduate, having a step 3 score will actually give a little push to your application. You will be at a greater advantage when competing with the US medical graduates to this US residency spots. So with this, I'm going to stop at this point, and we're going to continue in the coming videos. Good luck to you all.